Hello YouTube, today on Ke-KeSlays, we're going to use some products called pigment powders. I will link the description in the box. If you want to learn how to use them and create some cute designs with them, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hello YouTube, once again. We are back and I'm going to show you how to use pigment powders. We're going to use this pretty base that I have done off camera. It's a pretty lilac color. We're going to use a white base. White bases are your best friend when using pigment powders. And reason being, it shows up the best on white. It shows up the absolute best. So we're just gonna make some pretty nonchalant lines. Make sure you get those lines nice and pigmented with that white. Nice and pigmented. We're just gonna make a nice line. Make sure, like I said, make sure your color is very, 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 very pigmented when you're using this white. You do not want the color to not show up. You want that pigment powder to stick to something. We're going to do 2 coats of this white just to ensure that it's at its ultimate white. We're going to make sure it's at its ultimate white. See how it's kind of shallow at the end and it's not as pigmented as that top? You want to make sure you get all that very pigmented. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist and I see that line's not as straight as I would like it. You know, you don't have to be as perfectionist as I am. When I see something's not right, I'm going to try to fix it. We're going to pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. We're going to be using a neon yellow, a neon pink, a neon orange, and a neon green on this nail. We're going to sort of kind of like ombre them together so that they flow. So your yellows with your green, your pink with your orange, that will be best for blending purposes. You don't want to just try to mesh them all together and they don't flow together because they're not meant to be together because they're not the right color. We have a paper towel down here for when we switch from color to color with our brush. We're going to just, you know, wipe it off on the paper towel and move on to the next phase. Like I said, we're going to do 2 coats of that white. 2 coats of that white. 2. Now you see how the color's not so pigmented at the bottom? See that? We're going to make that flow all the way through so it's nice and pigmented. You want these colors to show up. You don't want them to be on no dull surface. You want them to show. You want that to be as bright and as pigmented as possible. You see how we just made that down there? Pop a little more. We're going to pop that back in the lamp for another 60 seconds. At this stage, you're not going to top coat. You want that sticky layer that's on your gel or gel polish for the pigment so it can stick very generously. You want that. You don't want to take it off or top coat because then the whole nail will keep the pigment powder on it. You just want that white where the sticky layer is, where that sticky layer white is. You just want that pigment to stick there. So once it's done in the lamp, you'll start putting your colors on. And like I said, you're going to mesh your green with your yellow and your orange with your pink. You'll get the best ombre doing that. You'll get the best ombre doing that. So, I'm going to begin with my yellow. You're going to take it, you're going to start adding it. You see how that's sticking to that? You see that? You're going to wipe that yellow out of there. Wipe it out of there. Tap into your green. You're going to take your green a little bit over that yellow and go up. You see? You're going to take that orange. You're going to dab it on there as well. Lastly, you're going to go into that pink. You're going to go into that pink. You're going to dab that on there. Just like that. See how those stick to that sticky layer of that gel polish? Now, to get rid of, you see this excess that's on the outside? You could take gel residue wipe off solution. You could take monomer, whichever one you prefer. I prefer monomer. I'm going to take another brush. This is just a gel brush. I'm going to dab it into some monomer. I'm going to take it along the line of that design to get rid of. You see? I'm going to get rid of that extra powder on that outside frame. See that? See how easy that is? You're just going to take it. Get rid of that excess along that white line. You're going to do that to all the sides that it got on. So you're going to go. Be sure not to dig in too far because you will take the pigment off of the white, and you don't want to do that because it's harder to get it back in than it is, you know, taking off. So it's very easy. Clean that up. If you feel like you don't have enough on your brush to finish cleaning, all you do is just go back in and clean. See that? See? Now, once you've cleaned that, you're going to top coat. You will top coat and seal that in now. Take your top coat. Seal it in. See how I'm sealing that in? Go over it gently because you will move the pigment powder a little. So go over it very gently. 60 seconds in the lamp is what you're going to do. 60 seconds in the lamp. You're going to let that dry. And once it's dry, you're going to bring it out and look at the beautiful masterpiece. More so reason for this video is because I have seen on so many platforms people asking, well, how do you use the pigment powder? How do you use it? And it's just like doing chrome powder. Just like doing chrome powder. If you are familiar with chrome powder, then you know what I mean. When you're using chrome powder, you have to use it on a sticky surface as well. and then you top coat it to seal in everything. Once that's top coated, it will not move. It will not move. It will stay where it's at. It will be sealed in. So, with your brushes that you use for the pigment powder, just dip them into some, cleaner. Clean out all those colors. Clean them out. And they'll clean out very easily. Very easily. See? Very easily cleans out your brushes. You don't have to worry about your brushes staying stained and stained. The color will come out. It will come out. See? It comes out. It comes out. And there you have it. A pigment powdered nail. Pigmented. You see that? And that's all it is to it. A pigment powdered nail. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that video. If you would like to see more, click a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and come back and enjoy more videos. Comment down below if you enjoyed. Comment things I can work on if you enjoyed as well. Criticism is advised. Please don't be nasty. Thank you.